Okay, so I wanted to do two videos just to kind of chop it up. The first one being this one, which it should now be uploaded. I'm just double checking. Yes, it is. Okay, great. So this one has to do with your quiz that's coming up. As you know, from the previous quiz, I like to give just a roundabout idea, of course, of what to expect because there are so many chapters. We do so many activities. And just to give you an idea of kind of what to focus on. I know that it is in 2 days, so and hopefully you know from the first quiz that my questions are very fair and very straightforward and I'm not trying to confuse you at all. I'm definitely trying to help you and then continue to maybe look at similar information so that you can remember it and really gain something from it rather than play around with your mind, basically. I just have this background on I'm having some computer issues, so I'm actually going to probably have to buy a new one next week. We'll talk about that in class on Friday, why that is. So we will, of course, have class on Friday. I did put in an announcement, I believe it was earlier today, just as a reminder that we will be doing that. Everything is back and good. My apologies about Friday, but sometimes I think we just need a day. That video should be publishing probably sometime around 10 or so the next day, so tomorrow, which would be Wednesday. It just takes so long because they're such long videos to publish through YouTube. Okay, so let's get down to business. So you have a quiz, and it's going to be 10 questions. It's on February 26th, so that's on Friday. It opens after class at 4:15, and then it's going to close. I give you that extra time just in case you guys are working or have stuff going on. It's going to, and obviously we're going to talk about, want you to be able to hear the information because a little bit of that will be on it. However, I'm pretty much going to give you what I consider the outline right now. And then also just a quick reminder that you guys on week 6 will have your first exam. There's only 2 exams in this class. I don't even really consider it a midterm. We don't need to do a midterm, but I guess it's your midterm, if you will. And it's 50 questions. I am working on the study guide right now. So you'll have the study guide to, again, know where to hone in because there are so many chapters. And so that will be up soon, as well as this here. So I'm going to go ahead and just give you kind of the outline here. So as always, past anything that we've done, so past quizzes, anytime you have a quiz or a test, always review it. That's very important. Again, I am a firm believer in, I keep wanting to say regurgitation, but so that you can regurgitate the information because you retain, that's what I want to say, so that you retain the information. You see it more than once. It's not like, oh, you know, Amanda's just trying to be nice and help us with free points. No, it's not that. It's, I really want you to see it again and think, oh, okay, now I get it. This makes sense. And hopefully it sticks, right? Because you hear it with me, we talk about it, you see it on your maybe first quiz, and you see it on the next quiz, and then maybe you see it on the test. Who knows? So please always pay attention to past quizzes and past tests. There have been no past tests. You've only taken one quiz. So make sure you take a look at that quiz before your test. This quiz that you have coming up is 40 minutes long and 10 questions. That's plenty of time. I gave you a little bit of extra time because it is obviously on more chapters. And it's basically on everything we've done so far, but this is why I'm breaking it down for you so that it's not kind of this freak out like, oh my God, there's all this information. So please look at your past quiz. Any NCLEX questions that we've done together or you've done on your own, take a look at those. I believe out of the 10 questions, there's 2 that we've done together or you've done on your own. And I think total we've probably done, I'm just totally guessing because I can't remember everything. We've probably done at least 6 to 10. So please look at the past NCLEX questions. As far as the next video that you're gonna watch, we talk about what was supposed to be last Friday is anxiety and depression. So and I will talk about it. You'll see it in the video, but just know the subcategories of anxiety. So for example, anxiety has subcategories. So of course there's generalized anxiety where and just in general, you tend to have anxiety, or there's panic attacks, post-traumatic stress disorder, OCD. So just know the categories of the different types of anxiety. That can be really important for many reasons, especially for treatment, and to be able to help your patient in many ways. Sorry if you can keep hearing my phone go off. I apologize. I can't put it on silent because that's not working well right now either. Okay, so the next thing would be the videos. We watched a video on stigma. There is one question that I did take from the video, and I don't even, it's definitely, I'm not even going to go over it because it's, even if you never read it or watched it, I'm going to be very surprised if, because we've talked about this so many times and talked about mental health and, you know, what does it need treatment? And if it needs treatment, then you're going to know the answer to this question. The highlighted legal PowerPoint. So that one was the one that was the 4 different chapters. There's 2 sections on there that I took questions from. So make sure you look through the legal or the PowerPoint and understand the legal terms. And again, they're all highlighted. I highlighted all the stuff that I thought was really pertinent. So make sure that you know the different legal terms. And the other thing on that PowerPoint, the difference between the different types of abuse and what those terms mean. And again, you will see that in there. And then the third question I took would be having to do with suicidal ideation. So in that PowerPoint on its own, there's 3 questions taken from it. One has to do with legality of basically being able to make decisions. We've talked about this as well. The other one has to do with terms of abuse, which is of course very important in nursing in general. And then again, this is all highlighted. And then the next one has, I'm sorry, those are the only 2 questions from that highlighted one. The next question that is from one of the PowerPoints has to do with suicidal ideation. And it's not highlighted. It's just put up there under and I'm going to talk about it in my lectures while you'll hear, but I just wanted to kind of let you know that in the depression PowerPoint from last week, it talks about different ages where suicidal ideation can be more prominent. And you'll want to be familiar with those ages because it may be surprising to you if you have not been in the mental health world very much. So you'll want to know those ages. Other than that, the only other thing, because I don't want to hand you everything on a silver platter, but I mean, again, there's only 10 questions. I think you'd all understand why therapeutic communication is important. That's not in the book. That's just from common, I don't want to say common sense, but common, terminologies and common conversations that we've had in class. So that's not really something that you can review. It's just something that you would know by being present and, I guess, know what therapeutic communication is. And then the last thing is being familiar with the side effects of antipsychotics. We went over this a lot. And this was the first week we went over schizophrenia. We talked a lot about antipsychotic medications and certain side effects. So that is what the quiz is going to comprise of. So verbally saying it out loud, it sounds like hopefully it didn't sound overwhelming and I'm pointing you in the right direction. If you feel no, none of you are going to feel anxious. You're going to do great. You guys are awesome. If you're all very interactive. So again, 10 questions. I don't expect anyone to get anything less than an 8.5. I would be shocked. The last quiz you guys did amazing. This quiz, again, it's just a tiny bit harder. And I'm not saying by the end it's going to be super, super, super hard. But of course we need to be at a certain standard for the bachelor. I almost said the bachelorette. That's not what you are. or maybe you could be, but the bachelor's degree. So I would say this quiz, as long as you just listen to what I said and where to kind of, focus your attention, there's no reason that you will not get a 10 out of 10 unless you accidentally read the question incorrectly. So that's all I have to say about that. Again, you will see my actual video on depression and anxiety from Friday. It should be published probably around 10 a.m. or so tomorrow, which is Wednesday. And hopefully this was somewhat helpful. And just trying to make sure I didn't miss anything. Nope. I am going to start continuing to work on creating your test. And today is basically focused on you guys. So I actually took today off purposefully just so I have today to work and really, or not today, sorry, tomorrow, which is Wednesday, really be able to focus on this class as well as one other class that I have that I need to get a little bit of catching up to do. So if you need anything, let me know. Give me a text. You can email me. I'm going to do all of that. And I look forward to seeing all of you guys on Friday. I hope that your week is going well. And hopefully you all did well on your med-surg. I believe it was med-surg exam that you had a couple weeks ago. Or maybe it was last week. All right. Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and stop this video and let me know if you have any questions or need anything. And if there's anything that comes up, we're going to meet on Friday anyhow. So if you need some clarification on the lecture that I'm going to post in regards to depression or anxiety, you'll be able to ask it before you take the quiz. All right. All right. Have a great day. Thank you.